as of now, it's pretty much the same. Still staying across the street, living out of a suitcase and everything. I did. My car made it from Arizona, so it's the first thing that's made it up here. So we'll piecemeal life outside of the building together. But yeah, it feels good, like in the complex. I thought it was really fun after the game when you win. Obviously, plane rides back home are very enjoyable. So just having the chance to informally meet teammates and coaches and just, talk ball, but also just talk life off the field was really cool, just starting to get to know my teammates. So, but as of now, everything is pretty similar in life. I'm focused on the next opportunity. So as I said, each week there's storylines made, and if you don't show up and play next week, then no one cares about last week. So I'm excited for the next opportunity to go out and compete.
Thank you again, Arizona Cardinals. Josh Dobbs comes in when things were about as dark as they could have been for the Vikings. I mean, think about it. Kirk Cousins has that great game on Monday Night Football against the 49ers. Best game of his career. Playing the best football of his career. Becoming a true top 10. When you looked around the league, there weren't more than 10 other guys better than him right now. There goes the Achilles tendon. They don't know what they're going to do. By Tuesday, they have Josh Dobbs. By Sunday, he wasn't starting. By the end of the first drive, Jaren Hall, the starter in that game, is out. Enter Josh Dobbs. Vikings beat the Falcons, move to 5-4. And now, Peter, here's the question as we do our Week 10 grab bag. Scale of 1 to 10, what is your confidence level that Josh Dobbs can get it done again with the benefit of a full week of actually being in Minnesota?
I think that's a great question. He's going to play, I think, about an equivalent defense. He's going to have the benefit of playing at home. He's going to have the benefit of knowing the offense better. But, Mike, this is what I've said about Josh Dobbs since I talked to him, I think, in 2019, whatever. Mike, do you realize that Josh Dobbs, when he was a kid growing up in Alpharetta, Georgia, dreamed of being one of two things? One, an astronaut. Two, an NFL quarterback. All right? And so, and you say an astronaut, what's that all about? Josh Dobbs, it was either 3 or 4 off seasons ago, interned at NASA in Florida. Spent 5-6 weeks at NASA because he has always jonesed to go up in space. And I don't know what the future holds. He might be a little bit too old after he gets out of the NFL, but this has been a dream of his. And so for everybody who said, oh my God, how do you learn this offense? As I wrote in my column this week, Mike, Josh Dobbs has been on 5 teams in the last 45 weeks. 5. Late December, Detroit last year. Goes to Tennessee, plays 2 games at the end of the year for the quarterback-needy Titans. Signs with Cleveland as a free agent in the offseason. Gets traded to Arizona in late August. And then plays for half a year in Arizona. And then after he's told, oh, no. We're promoting Tommy Toon, but you are not going to be traded. And his agent, Mike McCartney, says to him, hey, you better have a bag packed just in case. And, of course, he has a bag packed. 3.5 hours later, he's on a nonstop flight from Phoenix to Minnesota, gets ready, plays in the game a little bit, and now has a real week to get ready. And I only mention the NASA stuff, Mike, because I think what you need to understand if you're kind of studying Josh Dobbs and making plays like this in a game, he's incredibly smart. If you had IQ testing of every player in the NFL, Josh Dobbs is going to be in the top 5. Easy. Might be in the top 1. And so nothing about getting a game plan and understanding an offense that stuff doesn't intimidate him. He's studied to be at this very, very advanced level of aerospace technology and all that. So, and I only say that because I think it's a great story, incredible story. but it's not impossible to learn enough to be competent if you've got a quarterback coach who, honestly, Kevin O'Connell was last week. And, Mike, you heard the stories. And we both talked to Dobbs after the game. Kevin O'Connell was telling him in his ear up to the 15-second mark when communication is cut off, okay, here's what I want you to do. You got to watch for this. You got to watch for that. And so we would say the play in the huddle, and he would have mentally, okay, listen, I'm looking for KJ Osborne here. I'm looking for Addison here. And so, that is the mark of somebody who's really, really smart. And look, the Minnesota Vikings are sitting there 5-4, and they kind of lucked out in the fact that they were able to steal Josh Dobbs. And we'll see what happens. But they right now, of all the individual stories in the league, I said I'm going to be watching Chase Young every snap. How do you not watch Josh Dobbs all day on Sunday at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis?
So give me your confidence level, 1 to 10, that he's going to be able to get it done with a full week of preparation. 1 to 10, how you feeling?
7. I think that he's playing a difficult defense that rushes the passer very well. But I think that Kevin O'Connell, Mike, the one thing I really, really like about Kevin O'Connell is that in his history, where he is coached, you know what the book on him is? He figures out what is going to work in this specific week, and he figures out which players he needs to mobilize to get them ready to do certain tasks, which is really what a head coach should be able to do. A good head coach needs to do that. And I think he has the weaponry around him. He's got a good back, not a great back. He's got a good back, and I think he has very much good enough receivers, even without Justin Jefferson. And you saw it. Look, when Kirk Cousins played with no Jefferson, 3 games, 3 wins, completion percentage of what? 71%. So you can win in this offense. And look, he had some clunker games with Arizona. However, he's got a better supporting cast in Minnesota than he had in Arizona.
And one thing he's going to have on Sunday that he's never had before in his entire career, it's going to be a hero's welcome for Josh Dobbs when he comes out of the tunnel.
That's a great point.
They are going to be going crazy for him. He is going to see a lot of these. He's going to see a lot of these, Peter. I got it ready already. I'm ready. I'm all in. I'll go 8 in my confidence level for Josh Dobbs.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.